They say time heals all wounds. That is a lie. Time does not heal. It only buries the pain. Deep in your subconscious. You are watching this because you feel it. That heavy stone in your chest. The memory of a failure. The ghost of a lost love. Or the shame of a mistake you cannot undo. You feel broken, like a shattered cup that can never hold water again. But the ancient samurai masters knew a secret. They did not hide their scars. They celebrated them. This is the art of Kintsugi, the golden repair. It is a philosophy that says, the object is more beautiful because it has been broken. In the next 15 minutes, we will not try to forget your past. We will not try to fix you. We're going to pick up your broken pieces and put them back together with gold, so you can become stronger than before. Disclaimer: this content is distilled from ancient philosophy and modern psychology for educational purposes. It is not medical advice. If you are suffering from severe trauma or depression, please seek professional help. Kyoto, 1598. Meet Kenji. He was not just a smith. He was an artist. For 3 years, he worked on a single blade. The tamashii, the soul cutter. He did not sleep. He barely ate. He poured his sweat, his blood, and his entire identity into that steel. He believed this sword would define his legacy. It was his purpose, his life. But in the final stage of quenching, he made a tiny mistake. A moment of impatience. Crack! The sound was not loud, but it echoed like thunder in his heart. The masterpiece lay in 2 useless pieces at his feet. He didn't just lose a sword, my friend. He lost himself. And here is the brutal truth. You know Kenji, because Kenji is you. Maybe you didn't break a sword. Maybe you spent 5 years building a relationship, only to sign divorce papers. Maybe you spent a decade building a career, only to be fired on a Tuesday morning. Maybe you trusted someone, and they betrayed you. You look at the wasted years, the wasted effort, and you feel that cold, sharp pain in your gut. Kenji did what most men do. He hid the pieces in a dark box. He drank sake to silence the voices. And he stared at the wall, wondering, who am I now that I have lost everything? Enter Master Yamamoto. He found Kenji sitting amidst the ruins of his work. Kenji tried to sweep the broken pieces away. He wanted to hide his failure. He wanted to erase the evidence of his mistake. Leave them, the master said softly. Why? Kenji cried out. It is trash. It is flawed. It is useless. The master picked up a shard, and he spoke the words that would change Kenji's life. And hopefully, yours. The flaw is not in the object, Kenji. The flaw is in your mind. You see, modern society tells you to hide your scars. If something breaks, you buy a new one. If a relationship fails, you swipe right for the next one. We are terrified of being seen as damaged. But the master introduced a concept called Wabi-Sabi, the appreciation of the imperfect, the impermanent, and the incomplete. He told Kenji, we will not glue this back together to look like new. We will use urushi lacquer mixed with pure gold. We will highlight the cracks, not hide them. This is the paradox of healing. You cannot let go by pushing away. You can only let go by bringing it closer, by accepting that the crack is now part of the history of the object. And that history makes it more valuable than perfection. But is this just poetic philosophy? No. This is biology. For decades, scientists believed memory was like a video file, saved on a hard drive, fixed, unchangeable. But modern neuroscience has discovered something profound, something called memory reconsolidation. Here is how your brain works. Every time you recall a painful memory, you are not just playing it back. You are physically retrieving it and putting it into a label state. Think of it like melting down the metal. For a short window of time, that memory is soft, malleable. It can be changed. But here is where you get it wrong. When you try to forget, when you run away, you add fear and shame to that open memory. You reinforce the neural pathway of pain. You are hardening the steel while it is still crooked. The Kintsugi master does the opposite. He opens the wound. Recall. But he adds gold. New perspective. When you look at your trauma, not with fear, but with acceptance. Not with shame, but with pride in your survival. You are physically rewriting the protein structures in your brain. You are not erasing the past. You are recoding it. Psychologists call this post-traumatic growth. The data shows that people who rebuild after a crash often possess higher cognitive resilience than those who never fell. The crack does not weaken you. Biologically speaking, the crack is where the light enters. So, how do we apply the golden repair to your life? You do not need a kiln. You need a pen and courage. Here is the 3-step Kintsugi protocol based on samurai wisdom. Step 1. The gathering at Sumeru. Before you can fix the bowl, you must find every broken piece. Most men run from the wreckage. They distract themselves with noise. But you cannot fix what you cannot find. Action. Go into monk mode for 30 minutes. No phone. Write down exactly what you lost. Not, I'm sad. Be specific. I lost my confidence. I lost my trust. I lost my time. Look at the pieces. Do not judge them. Just see them. Step 2. The lacquer urushi. In Kintsugi, the glue is made from the sap of a poisonous tree. It is dangerous. It can cause a rash if not handled with respect. Your pain is the same. Action. This is the sit with the demon phase. When the wave of shame or anger comes, do not fight it. Do not say, I shouldn't feel this. That is resistance, and resistance creates suffering. Instead say, I accept this pain. It is part of the glue that binds me. Let the lacquer dry. Patience is the cure. Step 3. The gold dust kin. This is where the magic happens. We do not hide the scar. We illuminate it. Action. Reframe your narrative. Ask yourself one question. How has this break made me more dangerous? Maybe the heartbreak gave you the fuel to build your body. Maybe the failure gave you the wisdom to build your business. Find the gold and paint it over the crack. Let us go back to Kenji. One final time. Years later, he was summoned by the great shogun. The shogun was looking for a treasure to define his reign. Hundreds of smiths brought their sharpest swords. Their blades were perfect, unblemished, cold. But Kenji brought no weapon. He brought the tea bowl, the one he had once smashed in anger, the one held together by lacquer and gold. The court laughed. Why bring us trash? They whispered. Why bring us something broken? The shogun silenced them. He lifted the bowl. He traced the golden veins with his thumb. He felt the texture of the scars. He looked at Kenji and asked, why is this more valuable than a perfect sword? Kenji looked up, eyes clear as a mountain lake. And he said, because the swords have not lived, my lord. They are perfect because they are untouched. But this bowl has suffered. It has broken. It has shattered. And yet, it holds the tea. It did not give up its purpose. The shogun smiled. He placed the bowl on the highest pedestal. He declared it Omaibutsu, a masterpiece. In that moment, Kenji realized the truth. The Tamashii sword he lost was just metal. The masterpiece was himself. So, my friend, stop trying to erase your history. Stop wishing you were unbroken. The crack is not the end of your story. It is the most interesting part. The world is full of cheap, perfect porcelain. Mass-produced. Identical. Forgettable. Do not be one of them. Be the masterpiece. Be the one who broke and put himself back together with gold. If you are ready to stop running from your past, if you are ready to wear your scars like armor, then take the oath. Do not just watch this video and leave. Leave a mark. Go down to the comments and write, I am golden. This is your signal to the universe and to yourself that you are no longer a victim. You are a warrior. Subscribe to join the dojo. We walk this path together.